and your pencil. All right, Kristen's ready to start his module learning. Joniel's ready. Taraji, Faiz, I want to check that you have all your materials ready to go. August, you got your notebook? Open up to page 8. Today we're doing our writing on page 8. Go ahead and open up to page 8 in your packet. Perfect. Christian has his. Let me see who else is ready. Nice job, Kristen, for opening up to page 8. Good. Yep, Joniel on page 8. That's where we'll do our writing today. Perfect, Faith. I love how you even wrote your name and the date at the very top. Today is February 4th, so go ahead and write 2-4-21 at the top. Perfect, Liz Naily. Awesome. 2-4-21 at the top. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen so you can see the learning target for today. This is our job that we will be doing today. All right. Once you have your notebook and packet out, you can go ahead and put it down on the table next to you. So you can focus your attention on your screen. We're going to read the learning target together. Just 1 second. All right. Eyes on your screen, let's read this learning target together. It says, I can describe patterns of the stars I observe from a video. So today we're going to watch a video. What are we going to watch a video about? What are we observing? Patterns of what today? Faith has his hand up already. What are we going to observe today?
Patterns of the stars.
Okay, patterns of the stars. Okay, we're going to look closely at the stars today. We've already talked about patterns of the sun and the moon. Today we're going to focus on the patterns of the stars and we're going to describe those patterns. All right, Danielle, what are we going to focus on today? The patterns of what? Danielle?
Yeah.
What are we going to focus on? The patterns of what?
The patterns of
You can help out Joniel. What patterns are we focusing on today? August. What patterns are we focusing on today? Joniel, listen carefully to what August says. Look at our learning target.
the patterns that we're focusing on is the
I have a learning target one more time, friends, so we can really listen carefully to what our job is today. This is super important, Jariel, so I don't want anyone to miss it, Ronnie. Okay, listen super carefully one more time. I can describe patterns of the stars I observe from a video. So today we're observing the patterns of the stars. Everyone unmute, tell me, what are we focusing on today? The patterns of what?
patterns of the stars.
I want to hear all voices, not just me.
Patterns of the stars.
And before we can move on, I want to make sure that everyone's listening carefully. We can't start out unless I see everyone paying close attention. Ronnie, put that down so that you can stay focused on your learning. We're focusing on the patterns of the stars today. Patterns of the stars. Can you say that out loud? Patterns of the stars. Ronnie, what are we focused on today? The patterns of what?
We're focusing on the patterns of the stars.
That's right, the stars, okay? So we're gonna look at a video, and the video is gonna show us a little bit more about stars. So this is a question that we're going to be answering today. Why can't we see stars during the day? You know how when you go outside during the day, you can't really see the stars? And at night, you can see them clearly. So we're going to watch a video and we're going to learn, why can't we see the stars during the day? Look at the sky during the day. You can't see the stars. But at night, this is the night sky, you can see the stars very clearly. Why can't we see the stars during the day? Okay, so I'm going to play a video real quick and I'm going to show you a video all about stars. I want you to listen carefully. Why can't we see the stars during the day? So think from the video, can you answer, why can't we see stars during the day? Can you all unmute and repeat that question after me? Let's read it together at the same time. Wait for me to say 1, 2, 3. I want to see everyone unmuted first. Tristan, I want everyone to unmute. Ready? We're going to read this question together. Ready? Go.
Why can't we see the stars during the day?
We see the stars. Why can't we see the stars during the day? Listen carefully to this video and see if you can figure it out. Why can't we see the stars during the day?
Now, if you and your friends or family have ever looked at the nighttime sky, perhaps you were looking for particular things. Maybe you were looking for constellations or different stars. Maybe you were looking for planets, or maybe you were looking for deep space objects like galaxies or nebulae. Of course, if you're looking for those things, you're going to need a little extra equipment, like perhaps a telescope or binoculars. Regardless of what you're looking for, though, you need to wait until a particular time, nighttime. So if we take a look at our dome now, this is what the sky would sort of look like on a typical spring afternoon in Des Moines. Let me direct your attention to the sun, the biggest and brightest star in our sky. Now, it's not the biggest and brightest star in the whole universe, it's just the closest star to Earth. It's so bright that light that's coming from the sun refracts through our atmosphere, creating this lovely blue color that we call the daytime sky. While the daytime sky is indeed a lovely color, it makes it impossible to see all the other stars. What we're seeing here is actually light pollution, which is the same thing you experience when you can't see stars very well when you're near bright lights. Only this is happening on a global scale and takes up the whole sky. So we need to wait until our half of the Earth is no longer facing the sun, which is what we call nighttime. As the Earth rotates, the sun appears to move through the sky. Eventually, the side of the Earth opposite ours faces the sun, blocking its light and creating the night sky. Among the things you might look for are constellations.
Okay, so that's the first time we're watching the video. We're going to watch the video again. But before we watch the video again, I want to teach you some patterns of the stars. So go ahead and look at this anchor chart, and we're going to read it together. First, look at this picture and the first words in the first box. It says, you can see stars only at night, not during the day. This is something that's true about stars, and it happens over and over and over again. It's a pattern of the stars. You can see stars only at night and not during the day. So what do we know about stars from that point right there? When can we see stars? Christian, when can we see stars?
In the night.
Okay, good, yeah. We can only see stars at night, not during the day. All right. That's the first pattern about stars. Okay, this is the next pattern. Go ahead and look at this picture and look at these words. Stars always shine. Stars always shine. Shine is a vocabulary word. It means that it shows light. So stars always shine. What do stars always do? do? Can you write it in the chat, friends? What do stars always do? Go ahead and type it in the chat. Stars always what? Usually write it in the chat. Ronnie, let me see you writing in the chat. What do stars always do? Use this new vocabulary word that we just learned. Stars always what? Doniel, write it in the chat. Liz Naley, go ahead and write it in the chat. There's another pattern that stars always follow. They always do what? Stars always what? Ms. Naley, can you type your answer in the chat, please? Stars always do what? Friends, can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear my voice. Visually, can you tell me what I just asked our class to do?
Ask the class to do is type in the chat what the stars do.
Okay, I'm just making sure everyone understands my directions because I see nobody's answers in the chat. So right now, everybody should be typing in the chat what stars always do. We just saw it on our anchor chart. If there's a problem, friends, or if there's something that is preventing you from writing in the chat, please let me know so that I'm not just waiting and no one is writing their answers. August, yes.
What's in the chat? Send it.
Try sending it one more time.
And it seems like
And make sure August, make sure when you send it, you're sending it to everyone. Go ahead and type it in the chat. Yes, Faith.